muddy today. Always forget my straw. Hello. That's what happens if it's wet out here. It gets real slippery. All these roots. El Diablo. These are very slippery in this part, especially when it rains or it's just a little damp. It's like you're staring on ice. Go, El Diablo. Now for half pipe. This is a green trail. Very flowy though. You keep pretty damn good speed. But when this gets really wet, it becomes muddy, very muddy. And you'll start sliding all over the place. You're gonna have to use the roots on the corners as berms to kind of get you going where you want to go. That was a bike there. Now we're getting into the other section of the half pipe, which is intermediate. This leads you off by the cabins out here to rent. Can't go my fastest that I normally do just because everything's so wet. Slide all over the place in this. Like that. recently bought a new bike or frame that I built up. Used to have a 2013 Force GT or GT Force, however you want to say it. So it was a 26er. Now coming on to a 27.5 650B. Almost feels the same on this. This is a 2017 GT Force Carbon Pro. Definitely a lot lighter than my old bike, and I'm still kind of getting used to the 27.5, even though it's just a small increase. Definitely makes a difference in the turns. The straights, I definitely can keep a better cadence, but turning is still a little awkward. But I'm liking it so far. I've only literally ridden it maybe 2 or 3 times. Definitely accelerate quicker on a 26er. Alright, that's the end of the half pipe. Alright, so now we're going to go into Amercorps, another intermediate blue. This one actually branches off of half pipe that we just did, and you have the choice to either make a left and continue on the intermediate section of half pipe, or to go straight into Amercorps, which is another intermediate. And this one's kind of the same flowy feel as the other one. Lots of roots to slide on when it's wet. But overall, you definitely get some nice speed on these. These aren't so technical, but they do get a little more technical once you go deeper into the wooded area. Another pedal strike. It's kind of hard to turn on this bike. The bottom bracket is very low, so it definitely hits a lot if you turn too sharp. Alright, now we're in Gator Bank. This is another runoff of the trail we were just on. Little hilly, little climbing in the beginning, but it's definitely not. Definitely doable. There's a lot of sharp little turns here in between trees in this park, Oleta State River Park, Florida. So if you have anything larger than 730s or 760 handlebars, then you're probably definitely going to start hitting things. Or you just have to get used to leaning the bike in between them. And then here, this trail has a bypass because it does have an advanced black diamond right ahead of us. So stairs over there, which is kind of part of it, and a couple other climbs and bridges. So we're going to take the advanced, and really it almost kind of goes the same way. It just really bypasses the advanced here. So let's get to it. So, like I said, lots of roots. Kind of the thing with this park. Everyone knows it by all the roots. Makes it a little hard to climb when it's slippery. This is the bridge, or stairs, I'm sorry. Then it goes back up here. Alright, here's a little bridge down. And then this, probably wet, is a little scary. It didn't slip good. Some more climbs up roots. And more little tight turns in between trees. There's a lot of wildlife here. That bird actually has a I think that was a crab in its mouth. or a snail, or no. This park is a preservation too, so you're going to see a lot of wildlife out here. Sometimes gators, very rarely, they do pop up every now and then. Not on the trails though. At least I haven't seen any. These are kind of all the climbing starts. Our back tire even lowered the tire pressure. Now I think it's below 25 psi, slightly, and it still slides around this stuff a lot. That's the front and the back. Here we got some more little Rudy climbs. Okay. This is a nice little technical Rudy climb here. You have to really time just right. If not, you'll get stuck. And then this one up here makes an immediate left, and I can never, for the life of me, make this one up. It is a pain in the ass. I mean, it just goes, power it up, and you just have to make an immediate left. And I'll tell you what, it is hard. I'd rather just move on. There's another Rudy area. They cleared up a bit. People were kind of slipping off of that. We continue. Okay. It is really wet. I'm afraid to even go a little bit faster than I usually do. It's soft and let's see. These roots maybe now want to cooperate. Now we're pretty much approaching the end of Gator Bank. There's a little trail here I'll take you through. Normally people go that way. We're gonna go this way. And this, a lot of people, I don't know if they know it's here, that it leads off to the same place, but I love taking it because it's just a fun little trail to go over. Well, now we're at Dragon's Gate. This is another blue intermediate. Starts off with a decent little Rudy climb, especially wet. That tire's probably gonna slip no matter how much weight you put on it. This is also pretty flowy in the beginning. It's a lot more flowy when it's not wet. I can just feel my front tires slipping and sliding. Let's see here. Little berm on that turn makes it a little weird. Oh, there you go, sliding. And then that's it. And now we're at Dragon's Tail. Another blue. Got some logs here. You can go over to have some fun, or you could just skip it, go off to the left. As we go deeper into the trails here, you can kind of see, definitely looks a lot more foresty, which at least I'm in the Miami area. You don't really see too much of the foresty areas like this. They're either preserves or they're just land that gets built on. So this is one of the fun factors I like of Oleta. It does make it quite scenic to ride through. Alright. Also another little, you can go down the lower or the higher, have some fun, jump the bike. And it is pretty wet here. This park is literally right on the ocean, so you will see when we start getting a little further into this trail. I mean, we're literally at the coastline of North Miami. Here's Kitchen Sink. This is another fast little flowy trail. You can go down. There go my brakes. You know what? Making noise. I like to put these random little jumping plates. Makes it fun. And here's a very tricky log to go over when it's wet. So if I slip, I slip. But no, I made it good. Alright. And here is the kitchen sink. Right there. Hence the name. Alright. Moving on. I have a very wide turn here for some reason. Probably good though because it's all covered in roots. Alright. Now, up. Here's another tricky spot. Kind of turned into a rock. Alright, we're out of that. It continues down through here when I get there. Alright, so we're at the continuation of Kitchen Sink. We're going to go ahead and jump into this, follow it down. This is the trail that does lead alongside of the ocean coastline. So probably stop and get a nice view of that for you. Again, more roots and water. When it does rain a lot in this park, it is literally all underwater. I mean, you might as well take a canoe through the trails. So thank God it hasn't rained too much here. It's just damp, but even it being damp is enough just to make your tires go all over the place. So I'm gonna take it slow. I mean, if I take any more air out of my tires, I'm just afraid I'm gonna burp it. So we'll ride it nice and slow so you guys can see everything. So right here you can kind of see a little bit of the inlet here. Beer bottles, looks like someone's having a good time here. So as we follow this down, you do have some cutaways here. You can kind of opt out of doing the little technical climbs and descents. You can kind of go towards your right and get off of the trails. There's kind of a back pathway over there. I technically like to do all the climbs and whatnot, but it could be a little tricky when it's wet. But you know, YOLO. Here's one of the technical spots. It's right on the edge here. Here's some of the bypasses you have. You can go around over here, cut in through there, or you can go through here and kind of cut that way, or you can go this way, which is the technical climbs, and you can do that. There we go, nice and smooth. Now we just immediately after that drop are going to another little climb here. Put some carpet there because obviously the roots here will make you spill nasty. Now we have another little drop here. This leads into, and there's another to the right. You can get off of this. Another little techie climb up roots. Into another bit of a climb and drop off. And goes into another little fast run up here. Another little drop off up here. Two ways you can go through: the right, which is smoother, or the left, which is bumpier. And this area here, it is very, very rooty and slippery. I mean, it's basically all roots here, especially up the climbs. So you have to keep that in mind. Or should I? Definitely keep it in mind. Oh. It's good, these tires are for the most part sticking really well. Running DHFs in the front, minions, and in the rear, DHR2. Alright, and we've made it to the French Connection, which is another advance. Lots of ups and downs. We're gonna get to that now. Alright guys, and we're back. Glasses are getting a little fogged up here, and we're jumping into French Connection now. That's the one I told you. It's got some pretty gnarly climbs and drops. It'll be a little interesting being all wet today. And drop down into a climb on wet roots. And back at it again. Drop. Wow, it's just turning my tire everywhere. Up again. And down into this slippery piece of wood, which I have slipped on before. Back up. And one more. Down. Slide all around. And back up. I know the GoPro is not gonna give those climbs justice, but they are pretty steep. And here's the rest of the routes. Nice log there. And we have this bridge that you have to be careful, because I have slipped on it on that turn and almost went off. Wasn't fun. Again, this is mainly when it's wet out here. If you happen to come, never end. And it continues. Normally that tree's not there. It's obviously marked with a tag to be cut, so they do a very nice job at maintaining this park. And we're back. It's like as soon as I stop here, my glasses get fucked up. And we have a nice little drop here. This is kind of fun. It's a nice speed that you'll need. You go up this one. Fun little feature. And then wraps around here. And this is what, down on this bridge. Here. And into Christmas tree. This is another intermediate blue. It is a little tricky in the beginning here. This is more rocks, as you heard, than roots, but a good mix of both. So let's go through it. Alright. Now we got a nice little techie climb here. Just roots. Definitely need to hop the bike up on that, and that will literally stop you in your tracks. All these rocks are just slippery as hell to turn on. If this was down packed a little better, it's definitely go quicker on these turns. It's much better when it's dry. One thing I forgot to mention is mosquitoes are ridiculous over here. You cannot stop. You have to keep moving. So definitely bug spray. If not, you'll be eaten alive by mosquitoes here, especially today when it's wet. There is a lot of standing water in this park, aside from the ocean that surrounds it. So we definitely will get eaten by mosquitoes here. We're just following Christmas tree. This is a, for the most part, very flowy. Like the rest of the trail is just rooty, but it's very long. I mean, this trail has to be at least maybe a little over a mile long or so. I've done it a million times and it always still feels like it never ends. But it's fun. And it's got some technical areas. Climbs, it gives you a good workout. Definitely a good endurance trail. just because of how lengthy it is. Very, very flowy trail. You can keep some pretty nice speed on it. Now that's another thing you'll see here. There's a lot of little crabs on the ground. They usually come out when it's kind of wet. And as you're riding the trail, you'll see them go back into the little homes, little holes in the ground. It's kind of cool. We're gonna do the bypass because no fun if it's not open. So, but definitely when you come down this bridge, you can get some pretty decent speed down through here. There's my pedal strike again. And it just continues from here on. Back end sliding. Little hop here and coming to the climb. You guys probably can't hear it, but my back tire is hopping all over everything. There we go. Yeah, fun. There's some little log to hop over. And here, my friends, is why they call it Christmas tree. And they have it decorated with all sorts of bicycle parts and ornaments, and looks like there's lights on there too. God knows if those actually work. Pretty cool. And we're off. A little windy today. Windy and cloudy. So then after this, we go into a little technical kind of up and down there. And then this cuts across trail exit road into another little intermediate trail here. This one also has a very tricky technical climb up. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, it's definitely easier on a 27.5. We have a little bit of a drop here. Much easier on a 27.5. I would usually get stuck midway there, but I'm trying to hump my tire over. Hump there. I didn't think 27.5 would really make a huge difference, but it does. definitely feel my acceleration a lot slower than when I was on the 26er, but it's not that bad. It's very, very minimal. There's some more rooty climbs here. There's a lot of bumpy climbing on this trail. You're gonna see as we get to it. Fun little jump to do there. Oh, that was a bug. Hit my face. Some soft sand here. I am definitely running into some type of spider webs. And that is really freaking annoying. Jesus. Alright. Continuing. The spiders all over me. Some logs here. These damn trees are covering me. And a little, not to mention the roots, which technically makes for the fun, but when it's wet, everything just gets so much more stickier with the leaves and the whatever comes off of them. Alright, so not too bad. You are gonna, like I said, just stuff getting all over me. It does get a little muddy here. Always is muddy here, but doable. It's really not that bad. And there we go, slipping on the roots. Alright, and that's it. Next we're going to go into Mangrove Bridge. Alright. Oh, pedal straight. What's new, right? Alright. Up here. Got a little bit of a climb up here. Not bad. And then this trail goes into Boneyard, which is another intermediate here. There's the entrance there to my right. Let's go left, follow down. This is another one you can get some pretty decent speed on. Just have to be careful with these. What happens when it's really wet out here? You are gonna slide. Just on everything. Definitely gonna make another video of riding this when it's dry, you guys can kind of see the difference. So I'm muddy here a little bit. So all this is normally covered in water if it's really been raining a lot here. So you're basically swimming through all this on a bike when it's bad over here. This was just literally probably an overnight shower. And it's just damp. These are all the dangerous roots. When they're real dark, shiny like that, that's how you know you're gonna slip on it. And we are approaching the end of Boneyard. Alright, and we're continuing from Boneyard into the other intermediate trail here. I don't really see a name on this trail, so I don't think it's ever had a name. It's just, I believe, just a continuation of it. This one gets pretty much covered underwater, so it is not ideal right now. It just kind of looks like a mess, but it still has its rooty technical climb sections and whatnot. Here's one. It's very easy to get lost in this park too. A lot of the trails, you can't really tell where it goes unless it's obvious. So it's easy for you to kind of start making your own trails in the back of these woods here. So I think they just need to put up some arrows in some of these to kind of note it, because as long as I've been coming here, I still get lost sometimes. And there's one of those techie climbs that just leads into this monstrosity of a climb, which is very slippery. You see my back tire just not grabbing on these roots. If it's dry, you can do it very easily. And it's starting to sprinkle down now. Getting some more rain now. This does lead into a very fun section that we're going to take. Once you get there. Alright. Here, I think this is still being worked on. But pretty fun. Got some banks that you can ride up and down here. If you don't slip like that. Oh man, it's so wet. Luckily I caught it. Alright. This goes up and drops down, and it goes back up and back down, and into an immediate technical climb and down. So another climb. Some more roots, sharp little turn, there's some rocks, and these roots can definitely throw you off your bike. And we're gonna continue through here. That was pretty much it. Just a fun little gnarly, speedy. All right, so we're at Robinson's Ridge now. And then here is the start of the little downhill section. Well, let's get to it. So that was fun. GoPro might have gotten smacked by some water, because I got whipped by some branches hanging there. You probably saw that. Just to wake me up. And that's pretty much it for now. Alright, so we're at Robinson's Ridge now. This is another blue. Let's go through it. This leads to Stairway to Heaven, sorry. And it's kind of what it sounds like. There's a big climb up, and then a little drop at the end, some more climbs. But essentially it leads you to the jump line here at Oleta. So pretty fun jump line, some pretty decent sized tabletops that I have not been able to clear. And there's also a nice little short, very short downhill section towards the back, which, since it's really wet out here, I'm not gonna go on the jump line and destroy it. Since we do have volunteers maintaining it just for the sake of their hard work. We'll do the little downhill section, which is going to be interesting with how wet it is out here, but YOLO. And that was the blue marker, Stairway to Heaven. You really don't have any other way to go. So if you follow Robinson Ridge down, there is no bypass. You immediately go straight into Stairway to Heaven. So just putting that out there. Turn around here, you're gonna have some climbs to go up. Here you have two. You take the right or the left that's carpeted. I think the carpet when it's wet is pretty slippery, so. And you have a little down and up climb. And then this kind of goes down. You're on an edge here. And there's a bit of a drop at the end here. I technically like to jump it. Makes it a little more fun and interesting. But you could always roll it down. Around here, you're gonna have a little mini rock garden here, and then a little up climb here, and then behind me is the jump line, as you can see. Let me wipe this here. So there's the jump line. So it's wet, not even gonna go on it, but it's definitely very fun. You can also start it up there and drop down, so you can definitely get some serious speed on this. And then here is the start of the little downhill section. Well, let's get to it. So that was fun. All right, we're gonna jump into Gold Stick now. It is starting to rain, so I apologize. The lens is probably gonna get a little covered in the rain, but I guess if it's too bad, I'll just cut it out. You got some little banks here you can run up and down. Oh man, it is slippery. This ground is just mush. All right. Ooh. Windy too over here. Fun little bridge they put here. If it keeps raining like this, guaranteed to get flooded over here. Try to wipe this as much as I can. I think they should make mini windshield wipers for GoPros. These trees you see hanging down here with these yellow things, fluffy ends on them. Every time I hit them on my black shirt, it looks like I got snowed on, and it is quite irritating because it's getting over everything. It's starting to rain a little harder. This is just gonna add loads of traction to my trails. We are on Gold Stick. My brakes are calling other mountain bike roaders. There we go, now it's coming down, yeah. It's getting fun now, guys. Rain or shine, doesn't bother me. There you go. Now it's coming down. Oh yeah. Sorry if you guys can't see anything on the GoPro. It's really raining now. Do my best to wipe it off. Good thing is I don't have to wash my bike now. Oh yeah, these roots. Here comes the water. Here come the puddles.